My lack of interest in complaining is so high. And when I watch what people complain about, it breaks my heart because they completely lack perspective. And I genuinely believe my happiness and optimism comes from my perspective. Even in political unrest times like right now, a lot of people are very bent out of shape, but the reality is that it's just never been better to be a human being. That's just the truth, that's just data, that's reality. I'm very, very predicated on running a marathon in a world that I think is running a sprint. We live in a world where people lack patience. We just don't have patience. And I promise you that if you're able, whether it's financially or emotionally, put yourself in a position to have patience, you have a far better chance of succeeding. Your decision-making path becomes far clearer, and you build much more leverage to actually build wealth or work-life balance or legacy or whatever makes you tick. We have to start realizing that giving and doing things in business without expectation of return from the other individual is probably the greatest leverage that you could ever deploy in your business life, though it is extremely rare in today's business environment. And it has absolutely been the bedrock of what has allowed me to win. There's no doubt in my mind that you are going to kill it. And that's what I want to talk about today. Patience and passion. Let's start with passion. There's way too many people in this room right now that are doing stuff they hate. Please stop doing that. Because you can lose just as much money being happy as hell. I think we're going through a huge transition because all of us are grossly underestimating the internet itself, and we're hitting scale. The way people look at the world right now, because it's such an incredible time, is actually the quickest tell to who they are. If you think it sucks when it's bad, you have losing pessimistic DNA. And if you think it's awesome and phenomenal, you have optimistic winning DNA. And I believe that to be true. I really, really implore everybody to understand that the world is very simply about supply and demand. And the number one thing right now that is in short supply is us caring about each other or having time for each other, because we all got very busy in a 24/7, 365 world. If anybody watching right now, if there's anything they take away, it's like, look, like you're gonna only be so pretty, you're only gonna be so smart. There's things that are gonna be natural, and then there's things that you can actually control. Work ethic, it's something you do have more control over. Life is broken down into complaining and not. So if you're not complaining, I have no advice for you. We're beating ourselves up. Like, everybody sucks at something. To me, everything's about breathing, right? Like, to me, everything is about, like, take full ownership for everything, and then everything gets easy, because then you're in control. I'm trying to be very careful about what I'm saying versus what I'm doing, because that's how you get exposed. And I don't mean like people calling you out and being like, you suck. I mean to yourself. And I talk to 20-year-old entrepreneurs every single day. Lately, I've been saying to them, this Saturday, you're gonna have more time off than I've had in my entire 20s on a Saturday. So like, before you tell me how you're gonna be bigger than me, start thinking about what you're actually doing. Like, why don't we just look at it that way and be like, all right, well, I'm good at this, but I'm not good at that. And then I only focus what I'm good at. I don't want to hear about this two-job thing, right? 9 to 5, I don't have time. If you want this, if you're miserable, or if you don't like it, or you want to do something else and you have a passion somewhere else, work 9 to 5, spend a couple hours with your family. 7 to 2 in the morning is plenty of time to do damage. Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word. And that's what you need to do. If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it.
Kami mohon bantuan teman-teman untuk subscribe dan like video ini agar bisa menjangkau lebih banyak orang lagi. Setiap dukungan dari teman-teman sekalian akan sangat berarti buat kami. Selamat menikmati konten dari kami. Semoga bermanfaat.